your name's Combat Craig, but we made a rating decision based on Jack Smith's records that are in your file. Duty to assist error. So there's lots of them. They're all over the place. They run rampant. So they're not as big of a deal as you think they are. But here's where they may show up. They may show up if the VA is going through and doing a records review on you. They could also show up in a higher level review. They could show up in a supplemental claim, or if you go to the Board of Veterans Appeals, the BVA. So let's walk through these. The first one is the VA finding a duty to assist when they're doing a records review. So the whole purpose of the records review is to reduce you. So if they stumble upon a duty to assist error and it works in their favor and against you, they ain't going to call it out. They're just going to use it to reduce you. So that's an unlikely way for a duty to assist error to be found. Some VA employee just rummaging through your files and finding them. But it does happen. So that's one way you could get it. A more realistic way is if you file a higher level review. So you file your claim, gets denied, you're missing medical evidence, or you submitted the medical evidence, you know you have the medical evidence. That's the trick with the higher level review. You have to have the medical evidence because they just review the exact claim you put in. So you can't add anything to it. So if you have everything there and they just ignored it, higher level review. So you may wait a couple months and then they'll be like, we found a duty to assist error. They're always going to find a duty to assist error if they're looking. What you won't find is duty to assist error from the decision review officer doing the higher level review, and then he just changes it because he knows it's an error and you should have won. What he's normally going to do is kick you back to the VA regional office, remand your claim back, and get it back to the same rater or get it back to the rater and say, hey, you need to fix this duty to assist error. You know how they fix those? C&P exams. So you're literally going to go back through the whole process you went through in the first place to get denied. Now they realize there's an error, so they're going to find another way to get at you. So that's what happens in higher level reviews. Duty to assist error in a supplemental claim is similar, except in a supplemental claim, you could submit new and relevant evidence. So this is if you're missing the nexus or you're missing the diagnosis, then you can go get one and then submit a supplemental claim. They could come back and duty to assist error might pop up there. Same thing's going to happen. Decision review officer, he's got the power to actually right the wrong, but they normally don't. They'll just kick it back to your VA regional office, back to the rater's desk, back in line behind the other 99,000 people or whatever it is, and then send you to another C&P exam. So usually the higher level review and the supplemental claim, these things take, I don't know, I've seen them as fast as weeks and then, months, so 2 weeks to 4 months probably. The last lane is going to the Board of Veterans Appeals. So when you go to the board, now you're getting into a long line. Don't do that if you can avoid it, like 6-7 years. They're all screwed up. Backlog, PACT Act, all this stuff. So try to avoid that. If you can clean it up at the higher level review or supplemental stage, do it there. But you can go to the BVA, and this is why it sucks. You go to the BVA, you finally, wait, you're like 150,000 people in line, you wait for 6 years, your number comes up, and then they make a decision. You have a decision, there's an update, and it says duty to assist error. They're literally going to do the same thing. They're not going to make a decision in your favor right there on the spot. They're going to send it back to the VA regional office, redo the C&P exam, so you literally go through the same process in most cases. So that's what a duty to assist error is. I get it. It's a legal thing and all that. They have the duty to follow the law. They're literally called the Veterans Benefits Administration. They don't do much for veterans. There certainly isn't too many benefits about doing anything with them. And maybe the administration part's right. So they don't follow a lot of laws. The duty to assist isn't a big deal. It's definitely better than claim denied. But don't get too excited about it. If you want to level up your VA claim, check out my bootcamp. Links in the description. If you need medical evidence, send an email right here